Hi everyone, I am Simran Jain and this is my channel Absolute Medico. So I have recently started this channel and a lot of my juniors have been asking me about which books they should be following in their final year. I am currently in my final year and I am from KPC Medical College and Hospital Jadavpur, which is in Kolkata. So what I did was I did a survey amongst my colleagues and batchmates to find out their book preferences and why they prefer that particular book in their final year. But before proceeding on to the content of this video, what I'll do is I'll basically give you a brief introduction about what you are going to face in your final year. So your final year would be divided into four major subjects, which are medicine, surgery, pediatrics, obstetrics and gynecology. So these are the four major subjects, and there are some shorter ones which are clubbed inside medicine or surgery, right? So we'll be talking about each one of them, and one thing you need to understand is that final year would be more of clinical subjects. What you did until your third year or say until your second year were your pre and para clinicals, and they were easy to cover. But final year is very vast, it is extremely vast, so you should be knowing which book is appropriate for you so that you can complete your syllabus in the right time. So let's begin with medicine first. So I'll be taking you to my screen where I'll be sharing with you the statistics and telling you about each one of the books that are there in medicine. So as you can see that I have got 37 responses, and I did the survey by means of a Google form. So out of these 37 responses, you can see that majority preferred Davidson, that is 32.4% of the people, and then the people who preferred Harrison and Matthews were equal, 13.5, 13.5, and there were very less people who preferred Kumar and Clark and Ramdas. So these would be the five main books that are followed for medicine, and now I'd be telling you why they preferred each one of them. Yes, so I would come to Matthews first. The reason why they stated that they preferred Matthews was because it was in a question answer format. So it's easier for them to read, right? As well as write the university answers. Now we come to Davidson, which majority preferred. So you must be knowing that Davidson and Harrison, you've heard a lot about them because they are standard books. So Davidson, yes, it is a standard book, but the volume of Davidson is half of Harrison. It's, I would say it's almost like even less than half of Harrison. So you get all the knowledge from a standard book, but in a very concise manner. So yes, Davidson is very concise. So it also helps you to wind up your syllabus right in time because you have very less time to complete your final year subjects. Okay, so that would be why they preferred Davidson. And Davidson, if you compare it with Harrison, it has more number of images, so it becomes easier to correlate. Now if we had come to Harrison, then the people who preferred Harrison said that it is a very standard book and it is very knowledgeable, right? And third important point would be Harrison has algorithms for every chapter and every topic. So if the approach to patient becomes easier if you follow Harrison. It is more clinical oriented. So that would be why they preferred Harrison. And the reason why they preferred Kumar and Clark would be again the same thing, that it's very systematic and it's very concise, so it's easier to cover. Now my opinion would be that if you are someone who is in your third year and you're watching this video, or if you're someone who's a very regular and a consistent reader, even if you're in your final year, and if you're a very regular one who keeps reading every day, who loves to read, then yes, you can definitely go for Harrison. And if you are someone who would go with Davidson or Matthews or Kumar and Clark or Ramdas, then you can always keep a PDF of Harrison with you and refer to those algorithms. So that was all about medicine, and now we'll move on to surgery. So for surgery, as you can see, there are three main books that are followed. Number one would be Bailey and Love, number two SRB Manual of Surgery, and number three would be Manipal. So you can see that almost equal number of people follow SRB and Bailey and Love, and some of them also follow Manipal. So you can compare Bailey and Love, you can think of it almost like Harrison, and SRB and Manipal would be like the other books like Davidson, Matthews and all. So Bailey and Love, it has got 2 volumes, so yes, it is more extensive when you compare it with the other books, right? So that would be number 1 point. But why a lot of people still prefer Bailey and Love is that it is like a storybook, it's like a novel. So you can read it and it gets imbibed in your head. So definitely if you're someone who loves to read, then once again you can go for Bailey and Love. It can definitely be read in your undergraduate days. And also why people prefer SRB is that it is point wise. It is more systematic. Same is the case with Manipal as well. And Bailey and Love on the other hand would be a better option also if you are preparing for your NEET PG. Then also you can go for Bailey and Love, and it is one of those books which you can start reading from your 3rd year as well, because the language is not that difficult. It is very easy to understand once you get acquainted with the book. It will take some time, but it is very easy to understand. So if you have a lot of time, then yes, you can definitely go for Bailey and Love. Now for obstetrics and gynecology, the unparalleled book would be Datta. So it is for both obstetrics as well as gynecology. And for obstetrics and gynecology, the plus point also is that you won't have to buy any clinical book. Apart from that, if you're very regular with your ward rounds and your practical classes, because at the end of these 2 books you have those HSG plates, those instruments, they are given at the end of it, just like your Dhingra and ENT, it has those instruments at the end of it. So these 2 books also have everything covered, so you won't need any other book for obstetrics and gynecology as such. Now for pediatrics also, the only book which almost all the UGs read from is OP Ghai. So that would be the book to go for pediatrics. And for pediatrics, I would suggest a clinical book that you can take would be Shivarjun Ghosh. Although pediatrics is more like medicine, it's a shorter version, but then neonatology is an important part, and that is very well covered. The examinations and everything are very well covered in Shivarjun Ghosh. So that would be a practical book that you can take along with the theory book of OP Ghai for pediatrics. Now I said that I would be talking about some shorter subjects. So first, dermatology and psychiatry. So dermatology and psychiatry would be coming under medicine, and they would be covered in any of your medicines book that you buy. And since they comprise a very small portion in your university exam, so you do not need to buy any separate book for them. But if you want for dermatology, you can go for Nina Khanna. And then for orthopedics and anesthesia, they will be coming under surgery. So once again, surgery books will cover them. They have a separate unit for them. But then if you want, you can go for Maheshwari for orthopedics. A lot of people prefer Maheshwari. So that is about the shorter subjects. So these were all the information that I had collected about the books. And we as final year students, we are almost coming to the end of it. So we have given you all the information that we had, and choose what is best suited for you, because every individual, or I'd say every student, has a different pattern of reading. So weighing the pros and cons of each one of them, choose what is best suited for you. And all the best for whatever you would be doing in your future. And if you like this video, let me know in the comment box. I hope it was helpful. So please like, share and subscribe to my channel.